Hey there, how are you today? Valerie Pugsley, relationship marketing strategist and your growth mindset coach. Today is day one of the 5 days to hacking your brain challenge. So each day this week at 11 o'clock, that's the plan, I'm going to be coming live and sharing a little bit about your brain and how it works. So often we have things that we want to do and we don't get them done. We find ourselves procrastinating, overcommitting, which is another form of procrastinating, doing too many other things so that we aren't getting to the thing that we want to get done, and so many other things. And a lot of this stuff, it all starts up here in our brain. And so over the last several years, I've been learning in my own journey a lot of different things about the brain that have helped me so that I am just happier generally, not so depressed. I'm making more progress. I'm accomplishing my goals. I'm increasing my income, doing all of these things. I want to help you be able to do that as well. I have some clients I've been able to increase their confidence. They've increased their energy. They're more strategic, doing all kinds of things as a result of what I've been learning. So that's what we're going to be doing over the next 5 days. So today, the first thing that we have to realize is that our brain is powerful and it can do a lot. There was a song that was familiar not so long ago about I was born that way, right? And we kind of get into this habit of thinking, well, that's just the way I am, or I've always been this way, and that we can't change any of that. But the reality is we can change those things. Hey, Scott, glad to see you here. So how do we go about changing things? Well, first of all is just realizing that it's a possibility. And there's several stories that, that can help with that. But the one I want to share today is about, I think it was like, I don't remember how many, like 5 guys or something like that. These were people who were older, and they went to an apartment or a camp. I don't remember which it was. And when they went back to that place, a lot of them went in and they had assistance in getting in. Like, I think one person had a walker, some had a cane, some of them had some different ailments going on. And so there was a period of time, and I've heard a couple different, I'm going to do some research on the actual, whether it was a weekend or a week, but it was a short period of time essentially. And they went back to this unit, this place, and it was all set up to how it was when they were in their 20s. And they gave them clothing that was congruent to that time, and they sent them to this location, and they said, during your stay here, you can only talk about things that would have happened back then, or things that were true back then. So kind of like transport yourself back to that time and talk about those kinds of things. Well, at the end of the experiment, when they came out of this place, they were all feeling better, walking taller, and those who went in with assistance came out not needing the assistance. So what changed? All it was their environment and what they were focusing on in their brain. So I share that with you so that you have hope, right? We can change. It's not too late. We're not too old. We weren't born, it's not just because this is the way we're born, or the lies that people have been telling us over the years, or that we tell ourselves. That's another part of it. We start believing some of these things. We'll be talking about that more later in the week. But the thing that I really want you to grasp from this is that there is hope, that you can change your brain. You can change your outcomes. So the first thing is though we have to, hang on, just checking my notes here real quick. We have to start recognizing where we're holding ourselves up. What kind of things are we saying to ourselves? Over the next day or so, what I'd like for you to do, for those watching live, and thank you for showing up live, I really appreciate that. And if you're watching the replay, is you need to start recognizing where are some things that you're saying to yourself, what are some things that you're thinking that are holding you back. And you know, it's quite normal for this to happen. I was just listening to somebody the other day, and they were saying, like, there's this certain cycle that we go on, and our default method is to think, I can't. Like, so whenever we're going to challenge ourselves with something, or think we're going to do something, we automatically kind of go to, I can't. That's our default. When the reality is we can a lot of times. But again, it's because of how our brain has been programmed over the years that keeps us from moving forward. So over the course of the challenge, my goal is to help you see the possibilities of being able to reprogram and change some things, how you're thinking, and that as you do that, you're going to grow in confidence, you're going to be more productive, you're going to be able to start achieving your goals and make the progress that you've been wanting to make. There's a link in the description if you want to make sure you get notified before I go live each day. The plan right now is 11 o'clock. And then there's also a link for something else that I'm going to be going deeper into this in September. But start noticing that today. Where are ways that you're holding yourself back? If you have any revelations, I would love to hear that. Put those in the comments. How you're holding yourself back. If you do it live, we can answer it right now. Otherwise, I can I'll answer it after the fact. And realize that there is hope, that as you change your environment to a more positive environment, as you start thinking and speaking differently, part of that experiment that I told you about that was happening was that they were talking differently, right? They weren't talking how they normally talk. They were talking how they used to talk when they were younger, and they started feeling younger. So how you talk, your environment, all these things are just so crucial to helping us do better. And it's not always something that we're wrong or we're bad or we're broken or this. It's just we need to do some little tweaks in reprogramming our brain. So there's hope. I'd love to have you join me for the rest of this. I don't know, Scott, if you have a question, and if anybody's live, if they are replays, if they have any questions, go ahead and put those in there. I'll see if I can see them here. Otherwise, share. I would like just to hear too. What are some of those things that you're saying that are holding you back? What are some of those walkers and canes that you're hanging on to that are holding you back? We all have them. And let's see, I'm going to get to my page here. I think things are coming up here, so it looks like I'm seeing everything here. So if there aren't any questions, then I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And put them in the comments and click on the notifications so that you know when I'm going live tomorrow. All right, bye for now.